If you're looking to get your first pull-up or improve your pull-up form, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm the personal trainer and running coach at Kathletics. Here at Kathletics, we're all about meeting you where you are in your fitness so you can approach hybrid training in a sustainable way. Getting your first pull-up is a big goal for a lot of people, as well as maybe increasing the amount of reps that you can do in a pull-up. So today we're going to go over 4 different exercises that you can do to help get you to that first pull-up. So for this first exercise, you're going to want to get either a barbell, a Smith machine, or another type of dowel that you can set at about chest to midsection height. We're going to be getting into inverted rows. So what you're going to do is come underneath the bar. You're going to keep your feet planted on the ground, hips are up so your core stays engaged, and then you're going to drive your elbows down so you can bring the bar to your chest or your chest to the bar. And come back down. So this is going to be working more of the horizontal pull portion of your lats. But once you have this exercise down, you can continue to raise this up and have more of that vertical pull, which we're going to get into next. For the second exercise, you're also either going to want to have a barbell, Smith machine, or something similar. So you can have it set up right at about shoulder height as if you were going to do a back squat or a shoulder press. So this is what you would progress to from that inverted row to now a barbell assisted pull-up. So from here, you're going to set your hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to come down, hips are right underneath the barbell. Feet are going to be assisting you, so they're both planted on the ground. You're going to drive those elbows down, chin comes over the bar, and then we're going to come back down. And as this gets easier, you can rely less on your legs and less on your feet and drive those elbows down to get your chin over the bar and back down. The third exercise that I'm going to share is more focused on your scaps. So your scaps are the part of your body that are going to be driving down when you're doing your pull-up. And one common mistake with pull-ups is that when we're pulling up, the shoulders come up and we're suddenly wearing them as earrings. We want to keep those down, so that's going to come from both your lower traps as well as keeping your scaps down. So this exercise is more so to drive the scaps down and practice that initial motion. So for this one, you're going to want to have a pull-up bar, or you can also use a high barbell. That also will work. So you're going to grab onto the pull-up bar, you're going to drive your scaps down, elbows stay fairly straight, and then we're going to let them relax. Drive the shoulder blades down and let them relax. So as you can see, it's not a huge movement, but it does help initiate your pull-up and teach those muscles to come down instead of go up in order to just get over the bar. For this fourth exercise, you're going to want to get a tall box of sorts so you can come up and start high. Now, as you can see, I'm still not quite over the bar, so I will have to jump in order to do this exercise. We're going to be doing a negative eccentric pull-up. So what that means is that I'm going to start above the pull-up bar and then slowly release myself down to teach my body that motion. So as I mentioned, since I'm still not clearing the bar at this high height, I'm going to jump up a little bit here, and then I'm going to slowly let myself come down nice and controlled. These are 4 exercises that I would start with and progress between each one. So starting with the first one and then progressing to each level after that. Some other exercises that can help you and help the same muscle group as you would for a pull-up would be lat pull downs. So again, those vertical pulling motions, so lat pull downs, and even using something like an assisted pull-up machine. So both of those are great options. Another one that you might have seen circulating is using a resistance band for your pull-up. And while I'm not against this, it is assisting you at the part where you don't need as much resistance. So when it is fully stretched, that is when you're getting the most help. And that is at the bottom of the pull-up. So once you're at the top and we need more of that oomph at the top, it's harder because this isn't really doing as much work at that point. So although it can be helpful, especially for those who are just trying to get the motion down and the range of motion down, it can be helpful, but it's not something that I generally recommend as a progression within those 4 exercises that I just demonstrated. So go ahead and start with those 4 exercises as progressions to get your first pull-up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, be sure to like, subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next one.